Hello guys, welcome, it's your boy Kluber.
In the very first video in this series, I kicked off my laser engraving journey. I talked a bit about my 5.5 watt KentokTool Laser Engraver. In this video, I'll be sharing with you the unboxing, mounting, setup and also sharing things to watch out for and my personal experience so far as a newbie in the DIY laser engraving space. This is not going to be a step-by-step video simply because the instructions on the installation guide are pretty clear enough, and there are awesome YouTube videos out there which have done a great job already at showing these steps. I would rather be focusing on the specifications of the machine and some issues I encountered during and after mounting, and also sharing with you guys how I walked around them. Let's dive in. Sitting at €370, KentokTool's LE400 laser engraving machine is 616 by 577 by 212 millimeters. It has a 5.5 watts compressed spot power and takes common input files like PNG, JPG and DXF. It has an engraving size of 400 by 400 millimeters, weighs 4.4 kilograms and cuts cardboard, acrylic and some other materials. Also, the data transmission method here is via USB connection. It comes complete with a protective goggle, some test materials and a protective light shielding sleeve. It also comes with user installation guides and user manual, which I found quite clear and easy to follow for the most part. There are a total of 7 easy steps to assemble the machine. Either step 2 wasn't clear enough or I just didn't understand it, but I ended up realizing that I couldn't install the limit switch because I had put the wrong wide profile to the right. To avoid this, please make sure the profile with these 2 threaded holes is put on the right. Too late for me though, I had to take it apart and restart the assembly from scratch. One other cool thing was this 2mm fixed focus block, which basically helps you set the laser head just the right amount from the material to be engraved on or cut. Quite nice. With the engraver all mounted, the next step is getting software to run it with. The LE400 Pro supports most popular programs like Laser GRBL and Lightburn. I did some research and found that Lightburn has a trial version, and so I will be checking that out later because it apparently offers more customizability. But for this trial run, I went straight to getting the open source alternative Laser GRBL. I installed Laser GRBL following the official download link in the description. I also installed some drivers as per instructions in the user manual and I was ready to go. The user manual goes into great details as to how to set the parameters for cutting and engraving. I found it pretty clear. It even contains useful tips and links to their online assistance services. What I was most grateful for, however, were these time-saving tables for engraving and cutting for different material specifications. They were very helpful. With everything in check, I connected the machine to my computer and tried my very first engraving. Note that the laser engraver has to stay connected to the computer and the engraving program has to stay running during this process. Also, apparently because the processing is done on your computer, the computer's performance tends to affect the engraving speed and quality. Now, before we get to it, I will just outline some security issues to watch out for, which I got too excited and almost forgot entirely. Engraving should be done in a well-ventilated area, and also make sure you have the right support so you don't end up burning your work table, like I did here. For those who can afford it, get yourself a budget honeycomb which reduces laser reflections during cutting, and if possible a vacuum system for removing fumes during cutting. This leads to an overall cleaner cut and engraving as well. My first engraving was this gearhead I found online. I put in the following engraving parameters as suggested in the instruction manual for plywood. After homing and framing, which are just best practices to ensure the laser doesn't exceed the designated work area, the engraving was kicked off. The first one ran quite smoothly. The next one was a bit more challenging as the process kept ending halfway and I was getting frustrated after multiple trials. After the C trial and paying more attention this time, I realized that somewhere along the image file there is a far wider range of motion along the x-axis. I noticed that around this region, the laser head was hitting the x-axis limit switch. To solve this problem, I had to add an offset of 10 to 20 millimeters on the x-axis and just added it on the y-axis as well for good measure, and it actually worked. I can't say I fully understand why this was happening. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. The laser head wasn't hitting the limit switch anymore after offsetting, and the process went through smoothly. With that out of the way, I tried the different materials I could lay my hands on. For cutting, I found this horse outline and put in the following parameters. I later felt inspired and stained the board, then added a USB powered LED screen to the back and linked it up with an HDMI cable to my computer. Well, I loved how it turned out. What do you think? If you think this video was helpful, please like and subscribe. Overall, apart from some minor hiccups, the laser has been performing quite good. I don't know if my opinion about this counts, seeing that I have no prior laser engraving experience to compare these two, but I've been happy with what I paid for so far, so I guess that's something.
Anyways, it's been your boy Tuber, guys. Like and subscribe for more. See you all in the next one. Thank you.